do the, some of you heard about the jail here. This jail, and you can see it. What?
Wait.
Yeah.
We still got people have.
Okay.
You want to squeeze down a bit?
Squeeze this parking lot a little
Yeah.
bit. We gotta get everybody over here, so stay on one side of Jim. I don't think we're trying to circle around, and that makes it hard for the people.
Where we walked over, southeast. I'm sorry.
Okay.
You're right. You're right. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I got that map right.
Yeah. That's this going east.
Northern Virginia, so 45 minutes away.
All right, some of you heard this already, but that corner of that parking lot might have caused the uprising of the whole Cherokee Nation against us, because we had wrongfully put Cherokee prisoners in there, and we were feeding them rancid meat. And the visitors were sending runners to all the Cherokee out on raids. And they were all going to come racing back to free these guys, take them out of the prison. And Edmund Atkin, I always, you know, every time I look at the spelling of that name, I always want to put an S on the end of his name, but it's just Atkin. And he was the superintendent of Southern Indian Affairs. And he was the one that caused a revolt with the Indians, not only in putting them in prison here wrongfully because he thought they weren't Cherokee, but he also caused a problem, because that French prisoner that I was talking to you about, that was the prisoner of the Cherokees. It wasn't ours. So they felt, the Cherokees felt that they had the right to go wherever they wanted with this guy. So they took him into a bar and they're all drinking together. And they called the bars the ordinaries. They were ordinaries. And so he complained to George Washington that he and George Washington have the right to interrogate a French prisoner. So that also started a big fracas. And the Virginia regiment that was on that raid, they were backing up the Cherokee. They knew that was the Cherokee's prisoner. So there was a rebellion with the Virginia regiment troops and the Cherokees with this Edmund Atkin. And he wrote like a theme paper to create his job. But they hired Johnson first up in New York to be the northern superintendent of all the Indians. But he then became the southern. But this guy was not well liked. He ends up with the Creeks putting an axe on his head a couple years later. And he survives it.
Oh.
So, rather colorful character. He's got story after story, Edmund Atkin. But in doing so, he did a good job down there, because he stopped the Creeks from joining the Cherokees to fight, because we ended up with the Anglo-Cherokee War. And then on the corner here of this bank, at one point, they're building Lord Fairfax's tomb, and they didn't know where to put him. So they put him in a bank vault deposit box in that bank.
The layaway plan.
Lord Fairfax's bones traveled around a lot. You know, all the big famous guys, they got stories after they're dead. You know, Daniel Morgan, all the stories and battles over his grave just went on and on.